Hey guys, the Masked Saiyan back again. This past weekend, I did see the movie Dragon Ball Super Superhero in theaters. I saw the dub version, so I actually understood it. Way back when it first came out in Japan, I did see a non-subbed version. It was strictly just in Japanese, poor quality, because, I just couldn't wait. But I finally saw it in theaters, understood it, and it was a phenomenal movie. I still have to say, Dragon Ball Super Broly movie was better overall, but I did really, really enjoy Superhero. I understand that the 3D quality, it looks like it's just CGI the whole entire time. It looks like just a long video game cutscene, but a lot of the effects looked amazing. The story was fun. It felt like it was a mixture of the OG Dragon Ball along with Dragon Ball Z, and of course with Dragon Ball Super characters all intertwined. It just was a great mixture of action and humor and just fun filled. A lot of lovable characters, and I think they did a great job. I really do, and I'm really happy that it's doing great in America. It is number one, beating out, I believe it was Pokemon held that title of the first movie, but it beat that out, and let's just hope it continues to get better in terms of tickets sold, and because if Dragon Ball, if Toei Animation, if they make more money, they're gonna pump out more content, and as a Dragon Ball fan, all I want is more content. So really happy about it. Obviously, it has to be quality content. So hopefully we come out with that Dragon Ball Super Season 2 of the series, possibly next year. The manga arc of the most recent one, I don't want to give out any spoilers, but hopefully, the current manga, the arc just ended, and so there's going to be a month break before they start a whole new arc, and I'm really looking forward to that as well. So anyways, today's episode, since I just finished watching the superhero movie, I want to bring out these characters because they actually are in the movie. Actually side characters, not the main characters. We did talk about how Gohan and Piccolo were the main characters. So I have over here, we have Beerus, the god of destruction for Universe 7. I absolutely love the character of Beerus. I think they did a phenomenal job of creating this character for the Dragon Ball series. He's just such an awesome character. You don't know how powerful he is. They keep on retconning really basically like how powerful he is, but he is like super powerful. Even right off the bat in Dragon Ball Z Battle of the Gods, when Goku turned Super Saiyan God for the first time, in that movie, he made Super Saiyan 3 look like a joke, and we knew Super Saiyan 3 was the most powerful form back in Dragon Ball Z, and the fact that he just one-shotted Super Saiyan 3 Goku, I mean, I kind of felt bad because Super Saiyan 3 is one of my favorite forms, and to make it look like a joke, it was really disappointing, but it introduced Super Saiyan God, which is also another great form. It's not necessarily a recoloring of the hair. It just looks like the base form, but red. But at the same time, he's like more slender, which makes it a little bit more godlike because he doesn't need all that bulkiness if he has the power of a god. So it's just something like that. I like that concept, and Beerus is just he's kind of funny in a way that he is easily persuaded to not destroy universes or like worlds left and right by just giving him something delicious to eat, And the movie Dragon Ball Super Superhero, it does bring into account Broly and Cheelai, and that's why I brought them in as well. I'll get right into that in a second. So then we also have Super Saiyan God Goku Maximatic. I actually am probably going to display this Beerus with the Dokkan series Super Saiyan God Goku, only because he actually looks like he's, in that movie where he's powering up to be Super Saiyan God. They look great together, but since I already reviewed that figure in the second episode, I decided to bring in Super Saiyan God Maximatic instead, because this form, even though he has like the outfit and the coloring of the boots and things like that, is more along the lines of the Battle of Gods movie. But this pose was this move that he's doing, this like God bind move, is actually from the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. So it's kind of a mixture of both. So I thought it would be perfect for this episode since I'm introducing both Beerus and Broly. So here we have the Wrath form Broly. Because it's the only Masterly's Broly figure that's closest to his base form. In the superhero movie, Goku, Vegeta, and Broly, they don't transform at all into any other forms. They're strictly in their base form. And so, I am looking forward to the day when they do make a Master Release figure of Broly base form. And also, they probably will, since he also wears like a black shirt now, since he doesn't have that armor on. But yeah, this figure is awesome. I really, really like this form too. It's probably the closest we'll get to Super Saiyan 4 in Dragon Ball Super, because he has the power of the Ozaru, the great ape, but in a humanoid form, and his eyes are yellow with the black pupils. That's reminiscence of Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And the hair even almost looks like Super Saiyan 4 in a way, all like spiky and all over the place. And I mean, he's as buff as a Super Saiyan 4. He just doesn't have the fur and he doesn't have the tail. So, but this is a great form. And Cheelai, this figure, so this Beerus is from the History of Film, the latest figure line in Japan right now. And then this Broly is, I believe, the History of Rivals figure line. And then this Cheelai is actually not a master release, and that's the reason why it is kind of on the smaller side. I think in terms of scaling, she should be a little bit bigger, but this is probably the best Cheelai figure out there in the market, and it's actually the Banpresto World Figure Colosseum figure. So she actually comes with a base, like a black base, but she can stand without it, and so I kind of took it out and I just don't display with it, because why take up all that space with that big black base when she can stand perfectly fine but on her own. But yeah, let's get right into the details of each figure. Alright, so here we have Beerus, the god of destruction of Universe 7. He is such an awesome character. I mean, he seems like he's the kind of like a Sphinx cat. Back in the Egyptian days, a lot of the God of Destruction, their like outfits seem kind of Egyptian-like, which gives them an ancient feel as well. They all look really awesome. I love just the vast like diversity of the different gods of destruction for each universe, and I really hope that they definitely just go into detail of each character of the gods of destruction. So we have Beerus. Look at him. He look very good detail. I mean, I kind of wish he had the Hakai pose with his hand just open rather than just his fingers sticking up. But he still looks great. This is still a good pose. His tail is actually kind of hard to stick in there, but I got in as much as I could. And yeah, it's a pretty simple figure, but definitely worth getting in your collection because he's one of the best characters of Dragon Ball Super. And we'll bring in Super Saiyan God Goku. And he's doing his God Bind move that I have no idea how he learned it, but somehow he learned it so that he can stop Broly in his tracks, keep him from moving. But of course, Broly eventually broke through it. But he also does it in his Ultra Instinct form in manga. So, I mean, it's not a one and done move. He does do it more than once. And yes, you can see from his boots. Oh, the base just fell. So the base doesn't stick on as good. I guess it's just my figure, but unfortunately it doesn't like snap on. But yeah, his boots, you can see that the ropes right here are red. And you only see that really in the Battle of Gods attire that he has. Maybe they did that to like match his red hair and eyes when he turns Super Saiyan God. But he does have the emblem on his shirt. Usually he has that when he's in his movies. And yeah, it's just a pretty cool figure. I mean, I don't actually like Maximatic all too much, but it is very, it scales well with the Master Lease figures, and it's very fair pricing as well. So it's worth getting. And this one in particular, I want to get because of how he matches with the, okay, this is not snapping on, how he matches with the other figures of Master Lease. So, all right, that works. Okay, now let's look at Wrath Form Broly. And yeah, this one's a massive figure. He's really awesome. If you can see from the back in my D-top, I do have the Super Saiyan form as well. I'll eventually review that in the future, but they do have the same sculpt basically of the body. It's just the arms are a little bit different, as well as of course the head. And yeah, he's a really great figure. He has those yellow eyes, reminiscent of Super Saiyan 4. Still has that collar that's keeping him in check by Beerus, his father, because, you know, he was fearing that Broly could lose control and kill him, perhaps. I do love the backstory of Broly in Dragon Ball Super. I think it's much better than the Dragon Ball Z version. He is much more of a, you can sympathize with him. You know, he's just like a lonely individual who did not have any friends except Ball. That's why he has Ball's ear wrapped around his waist, and his father. And that's it. They had to just survive on a planet that's desolate. And you know, he's a genetic freak who has just this innate power that if he trains enough, he will quite possibly be one of the most powerful beings in the universe. And it was a welcome surprise to see him in the superhero movie, trying to hone his powers, trying to train and eventually use it for good this time. So this figure is so awesome. I'm so happy to have it in my collection, and I think everyone else should have it as well. I mean, I do have like a trillion full power Brolys. They just have so many of those figures in the market. but they just don't have enough of him in his wrath or his base form. So, you know, this is something that you should try and get if you can. And finally, we have, move this to the side, Cheelai. And this figure is, I really like this figure. I mean, I don't usually like the BWFC figures, just they're too small in scale. There's a BWFC full power Broly as well, and it's so small, and it's just not, to me, I don't think it's worth it because it doesn't scale well at all with the mass release. But Cheelai is already a small character, and so just to have this figure posing with my mass release figure, especially with Broly, it just goes really well together. And I just like the details of her bag and her gun. Her scouter looks really good. Just kind of looks like the scouter that they use for Vegeta, Nappa, Bardock. So it's really good. And I mean, they have the what do you call this? The trademark on her back. So that's kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. She's such a small figure, they didn't know where else to put it, I guess. I guess they couldn't put it. So she has the holes right here to put on the base. The base has the little parts that stick out so that it can connect into her feet. But it's not necessary, and she looks so much better without it. So I just don't use it. The base is still in the box. And yeah, this is a wonderful figure. And there you go. There you have it, folks. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about these figures, and please comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.